Hello friends, how are you doing today? I hope today has been filled with so much joy, happiness and pleasure. So today I want to talk about tapping into your goddess energy. If you are a woman, you probably have been feeling it, that burning desire to find yourself, that insane burning desire to really tap into your sexy, into your goddess feminine energy and all that. I had a whole conversation with a friend about this particular tapping into your goddess energy thing yesterday, which was, by the way, what inspired this particular video that I am making today. And we talked a deep about it, and I just wanted to really address a few things from what we talked about that I also know that a lot of women are experiencing right now when it comes to tapping into their goddess energy and all of those stuff. And if you are new to it and you are beginning to like, I can't even figure it out, what the hell do I need to do? I hope this video helps you, give you some little insight into what it really means for you to tap into your goddess energy and what it means for you to begin to allow yourself to, figure that out on your own. Because at the end of the day, it's a journey that you would have to go through and into on your very own. You might have a guide, you might have people who help you here and there, you might have articles you read and videos that you watch, such as this one, but you would have to go through that journey on your own at the end of the day. And today I have quite a few things that I have noted that I don't want to miss any of my downloads and insights. So I have a few things I've written here, and the first thing is, what exactly is even this goddess energy to start with? When I talk to people about goddess energy, I feel like they don't really get a deeper sense of what that means, and so they are always just cascading on the surface of what it means to actually tap into the goddess energy. And I feel like it's one of the reasons why so many women cannot even get through into that part of them yet. So what exactly is the goddess energy? Think about it this way. There is a God, right? At least if you believe in God. There is that all-knowing, there is that supreme being, there is that creator that actually literally creates every single thing about, the entire universe. And a lot of people, have a lot of, but I'm not going to go into that, but look at it that way. As a goddess, that energy is the same as that God energy. It's just goddess, meaning it tilts into the feminine divine, the divine feminine aspect of that God energy. While the God energy is the masculine aspect, the goddess energy is the feminine aspect of that energy of the universe, right? And when people talk about goddess energy, they like to talk about sexy, erotics, and all of those stuff. I don't argue, it's just a part of it. I don't really like to argue, but I just want you to understand, if you are constantly thinking of your goddess energy in terms of erotic self or sexual self or your orgasm or your, erotic, you know what I mean. I just need to let you understand that that is a tiny fraction of what it means to actually be in your goddess energy. And if you do not understand that, you will barely scratch the surface, and it will become even more difficult for you to, get that desire that you want, which is to tap into your goddess energy. So your erotic self is the tiny bit of that. It's not even like a springboard. It's alright. It's like a karma, the cause and effect. Your erotic self becoming free in your sexuality, becoming free in your erotic energy, becoming so sexy and more confident in your sexuality to express it, is just an effect of a cause. So the entire cause is the fact that you tapped into your goddess energy, and because you tapped into your goddess energy, now you can enjoy dividends from that, which is becoming sexier, seductive, enchanting, mesmerizing, radiant, and so fucking gorgeous and beautiful. And also having more orgasms, because now you are in that space where you can even receive pleasure from your body, you know. So also, I like to think about tapping into your goddess energy in like 4 distinct, I have a 4-layer level to it, in which I have used in my own life's journey to actually become aware of the waves of this energy to the point where I am sitting in my goddess energy. But I need you to know, because I like to be vulnerable, sometimes I stumble out of my goddess energy and I fall into the 3rd layer, which I'm going to talk about in a bit. Sometimes I do that, and I go in between both, because I mean, we are humans and a lot of things happen in the world that can actually show us our balance, but we have to learn. Part of being in the goddess energy is knowing all of these things and knowing when to retreat back and actually come back to your throne of goddess and sit there to evaluate your own life and do your inner work. So the first stage is the queen. I like to call it the queen. You know, the queen, I will not really talk so deeply about this 4 distinct, you know, but I'm probably make a different video about this 4 so that you can really begin to know and become aware of where you are at on each level and how to get yourself on you know, past every level into that goddess energy or goddess power that we are talking about. But the first one is the queen. The queen is aware. You know, they're just beginning their awareness journey, and they know what they're probably beginning to unravel the things that they want and the things that they desire out of life and the things that they desire for themselves as a woman. And so the queen is, because they are beginning to know now that, oh my God, I'm valuable, I'm worth more, and I desire all these things. I desire a man that can provide for me. I desire a man that can build a life with me. I desire all these things, and I desire to have more orgasms. I desire to have, you know, to be my erotic self. I desire to unlock my erotic, you know, all those things. You are beginning to become aware of the need for that in your life as a queen. And a queen, if you are in the queen level phase, you are still a doer in your life. Like, you're literally running towards empirehood, building empires, working so much, you know, just to make a life for yourself and to be that boss, that woman that, you know, is independent and can do shit. Which is great, it's amazing, but it's just the first layer to get it into the goddess energy. And then we have the second one, which I like to call the empress, which is, so the queen is literally in a mind level, on the mind level, but the empress is now on the body level. Now, because you are aware, as an empress, you know that there is no queendom without you actually taking some form of action, which has to do with inner action, which has to do with coming back home to yourself. You know, it's not all about staying in the physical world and making things happen there and, you know, just going after the next milestone and the next goals in the physical world and amassing all of these possessions and all of these things, you know, of the worldly things. As an empress, you understand that it goes deeper than that. You know that you're beginning to realize that you have to come back home to yourself, to your body, and begin to really learn about your body and learn about the things that your body's saying to you, you know, because while you're running in the queenhood and making shit happen, your body's been speaking to you, boo. Your body's been saying, hey, calm down. Calm down. This is not how we're going to do this. We have to come back to this body and accept this body first. But you are still like, no, you come on. My mind is settled. Oh my God. Sorry. But now as an empress, you know that your body is the gateway to really unraveling the depth of who you are on the inside. And you're beginning to listen to your body and settling into your body and allowing your body to guide you on this journey to your goddess throne. And then as an empress, you are on the body level, like I said, and you are not, it's not like you're not doing in the physical world. You're still making things happen in the physical world, but there is sort of like a little balance right now between your body and your mind, and you are using your body as a gateway to learning about where your mind needs to go and where your physical energy needs to go. So from the Empress, we move to the third one, which is the High Priestess. So if you are the High Priestess, you are already probably on the spirit level where you are navigating the spirit world now. So it's not just about going into the, to do the physical. You've transcended the physical and you have moved into learning your body to navigate the physical. And you are also now, as a High Priestess, you understand the idea that if nothing happens in the spiritual realm, absolutely nothing happens in the physical realm. So you are beginning to be more aware of your spirituality, your spiritual practices, and the practices that you need to do that you've cultivated by the knowledge that you have about your body. And then you are now really opening up to the spirit of yourself and allowing that to guide you. You might become, as a High Priestess, you're learning that you actually, as a woman, live more in the spiritual realm, and because you are allowing your spirit to guide you, your spirit can guide your body and your body can guide your mind. And so you are just allowing yourself to sit more in the spiritual realm, in the metaphysical, and just using that to do a whole lot of things. So from the High Priestess, by now probably you've gotten that it's on the spirit level. So the Queen is on the mind level, the Empress is on the body level, the High Priestess is on the spirit level. And you are, as an High Priestess, you are beginning to understand how powerful your abilities are to creating everything that you desire in your life without any external help, right? You're beginning to be aware of that. But then you still have to go past the High Priestess into the highest hierarchy, where it's on the soul level now. I don't know if you've probably heard this, but if you've not heard it, let me be the one to tell you now that your very soul is the essence of God. Like, that's literally where the God energy within you sits. So if you're divine feminine woman rather, that's where the goddess energy within you sits, your soul. And so if you are beginning to walk through your High Priestess and you've gotten to the goddess level, this is where you now live from on a soul level. As a goddess, it is your soul that directs everything, literally, because that's literally where the God essence is, the God energy is. You're now realizing that you are a being that is different from every single being on this planet Earth. You are not the same. Your soul is your entire core and it's different. And you realize that, and you are now living according to your own design, according to the way you've been designed into this place to live as a goddess. That's the goddess energy. You know yourself, like you literally know yourself like the palm of your hands, so to say. You know your erotic self, you know your financial, you know your flaws, you know your shadows, you know every single thing about yourself. You know how you show up. You know the things that cause you to stumble. You know the things that rise you up. You literally just know every single thing about yourself. You know what is not your thoughts. You know what is not your... You know that there are a lot of women who are actually right now navigating life from a place of every other person. Their thoughts are not their own. Their words are not their own. They're like, the way they even dress is not their own. So recently, I literally went ahead and changed my entire world. You see what I say about me always switching between High Priestess and Goddess energy, which is normal. I went ahead and changed my entire wardrobe to 50% white, 30% black, and 20% red. Why did I do that? Because I came to this point where I got tilted back to my High Priestess level, and it took me a long while there to realize and start removing myself from the things that I used to feel like I loved colors and radiant plenty colors, but no, even my personal sign color is black. And I started realizing that when I'm in black, there's this sense of in touch with divinity. People, I don't know why people why they attach white to God and holiness. But when I'm in black, It's as if the entire psychic medium in my entire meridian is open, and I can channel, I can download, I can literally get in touch with myself. I can literally be. And when I'm in red, oh God, the seductive aura, the energy, I become really enchanting and mesmerizing, you know? But when I am in white, I feel like a child. I can allow myself to step out from the adulthood and feel like a child, pure innocence, you know. So I changed my wardrobe, and then, you know what, colors, you guys can take a deep. I'll do black, white, and red, and I'll be still with that. Whenever I feel like experimenting with colors, that doesn't mean I can't, but I'm just allowing myself to live according to my design. A lot of things have happened and showed me my design, and now I'm back into my goddess energy. And it takes a lot of work, and that is why I, created this video, to let you understand that it's not just about tapping into your erotic self. It's not about learning how to orgasm or all that, but being in your goddess energy. So we know now that the 4 layers, queen, empress, high priestess, and goddess, they are all different hierarchies. And how do you get to, what does it mean to tap into your goddess energy now? That's what I'm going to talk about now. What does it mean to tap into your goddess energy? So with all of these 4 layers, you obviously are thinking now and probably realizing that, oh my God, this must take a lot of work. It does take a lot of work, boo. It does take a lot of work, because it's not just about dressing sexy, like so many women like to portray being in your goddess energy. They do photo shoots and they dress sexy. I'm not saying don't dress sexy. I mean, come on, look at me. You have to dress sexy as a goddess. It's part of it. It's part of that aura. You're a divine feminine woman. You are naturally attractive. You love the fine things of life. You love the good things of life. And you want that to radiate and shine through you. But that's just a tiny fraction of what it means to tap into your into your goddess energy. Tapping into your goddess energy means that you're literally sitting on the throne of power that God has put inside of you. You're literally saying, hey, you know what? The world can take a dip, the society can take a dip, every other thing can take a dip, but God, you are within me, and it is you that I see. You are all that I see. The essence that you've put inside me is all that I see. So you see that it's more than this sexy. It's a deeper, in fact, when you are tapped into your goddess energy, your work it takes a flame from that. Your relationships take a flame from that. Your finances take a flame from that. Your career takes a flame from that. The way you dress takes a flame from that. Your skin takes a flame from that. Like, no matter how black or dark skinned you are, the radiance cannot be mistaken. You know what I mean? There is this glow to you. There are so many women, no matter how many skincare or makeup that they do, you still can feel that there is something missing. Even though they are artificially glowing, their spirit isn't really glowing, their soul is not really glowing. So it takes a lot of that. Your skin will show a lot, like everything about you will literally start radiating. People will come around you, and then they're just drawn to you. Like, they're just drawn to you. You literally become a star girl. You don't even have to walk too much. All of this going up and down, jumping up and down, doing this, doing that, just to build an empire. A goddess doesn't need an empire. I don't need an empire. The men can go build the empire for me. And I sit in my goddess throne and say, you know what? It's time to tribute and worship your goddess. I mean, I'm going to make a video on this later, because I used to be in that, when I used to be in my queen energy and feel like, you know what, I would do shit by myself. I'm an independent woman. It's okay to be an independent woman. But as a goddess, you know that you have to live in the metaphysical more than you live in the physical. You don't have to do so much to get so much. Everything literally just aligns with you because you're in your God energy. Have you seen the trees? Have you seen the beds? Do you fucking look? My dog and my cat, they've eaten like 2 times a day. And I have only eaten once. And those guys, they're playing. They don't give a fuck. They know that they're going to eat. They know everything is sorted for them. They are in your God energy. The trees, the birds, they are in your God energy. So when you are in your goddess energy, you just know, there's this knowing and faith that everything works out for your good, and it does. It doesn't mean you're not going to have a work that you're doing, like maybe a career or something that you're doing, or it doesn't mean you have to sit home and lounge all day. No, but it means you know that you don't have to just do so much, all this doing so much, working just to make things. You don't have to do that. I mean, look at me. I had an episode some few moments ago. I really realized my design as a person. I am not even, like, my soul literally wasn't sent here to work. It was literally as a projector human design. My soul wasn't sent here to work. My soul was sent here to guide, right? And that's supposed to be my work, not doing physical work and doing all of those marketing boring stuff. It's boring for me. This is life. You know what I mean? So really learning to be in your goddess energy is that. That is what it means. Being able to just access all of life. And there is this divine wisdom deep inside of you, that there is a knowing deep inside of you that just helps you navigate your life, navigate life in the most effortless and blissful way ever. So how do you now begin to tap into your goddess energy? This is where the real work is, because people just like to read affirmations, to reprogram themselves, do meditation to reprogram themselves. I believe in all those things. I mean, I lead meditation on a Magic NG YouTube. I have series of meditation on there that I lead. It gives me joy to create those meditation audios for people, to help them just feel bliss and to help them become still enough to listen to their inner voice and that inner wisdom that all of us have within us that can lead us to the path that we really desire and deserve, right? But it's a tiny fraction. I don't like to use the word reprogramming or reconditioning. Why? Because I believe if we must really get into that goddess energy, it's not about us reprogramming or reconditioning ourselves, because redoing something is like, oh yeah, it wasn't done right, so let's redo it. I know we've been programmed by a lot of things, but that's not really what we need. You see, our soul knows the way. Our spirit and our soul, it knows the way, and all of that code is embedded in our body. Our mind is like people like to say the mind is where it all starts, but no, the truth is, I don't believe it starts in the mind. I believe it's a process of coming from the soul, and then the spirit takes it, the body maps it out, and then the mind just gets the command, and when the mind gets the command, it's time to go. So every other thing knows, the body knows, the soul knows, the spirit knows, and all of our traumas really sit in our body. And so if we must get into that goddess energy, into that goddess power, we need to decondition ourselves. And it's not reconditioning, we have to deprogram and decondition ourselves. And that means that we have to first of all come back, take a break from everything, every single thing out there that is not you. Take a break from it and now begin to really literally strip yourself off of every single thing that is not you. The thought that is not you, the words that are not yours, the way of life that are not yours, everything that you've picked up. Literally decondition, remove yourself from it, and now begin to allow your soul and your spirit to guide you and to lead you. So whenever I'm in my goddess energy, because of my projector human design, I take a lot of nap during the day, because as a projector, if you've ever heard of human design, maybe I'll make a video about this soon. If you've ever heard of those people, we have the people who have the least energy, like physical energy, but we have a lot of metaphysical energy, but we have the least physical energy. So we are constantly tired in our bodies every time, and we must take naps during the day to recharge ourselves so that we are able to function well. So I take a lot of those naps during the day, and when I take those naps, all I do is just close my eyes and talk to my spirit to guide me. And honestly, whatever I do after that, it's amazing. It brings me great results. It brings me amazing results in a short period of time. And as a projector, I'm not like every other person. whatever it takes other people to do for 3 years, it only takes me 3 days to navigate and fix it. That's that metaphysical power. So it's important that you strip, or like literally strip, strip strip yourself of everything outside of you that is not you, and then come back and ask your spirit and your soul to guide you on that journey. It takes a lot of sitting down inside and listening to yourself. It takes a lot of you might have to just stop, just slow everything down and listen to yourself. It takes a lot of really coming inside and asking yourself some really deep questions, because a lot of us don't even know that our way of life is super conditioned and super subconscious. Like, we're literally, that research says we live about 90 to 99% of our lives subconsciously. So a lot of people are literally living based off of what every other person has told them, their pastors, their mentors, the society, the media that they listen to, and all those things. And they would actually think that this is them, because it's a subconscious thing. This is why I said it's not reprogramming. It's deconditioning or deprogramming, so that you remove everything and strip it, and now sit in your own self, inside of yourself. It's not about wearing sexy lingerie. It's not about making up. It's not about going to shop. It's not about that. It's about sitting inside, crying your eyes out, really releasing. I mean, don't worry. This is not me trying to scare you. I'm not trying to scare you. I'm not trying to scare you. I have to say that. I'm not trying to scare you, but I have to tell you the truth, because it's not all, it's not champagne and wine and dates and all that. Dates with yourself that will force you to look at yourself in ways that you've not looked at yourself. Dates with yourself that will force you to ask yourself the relevant questions of the things that you desire, and will help you unlock those things that you desire. Those kind of dates that would actually help you to feel your best, because at the end of that is a beautiful, beautiful, blissful experience waiting for you. When you're sitting in your goddess energy, everything happens for you, not against you, for you. Literally, when you're sitting in your goddess energy, men literally want you. They desire you. They desire light. And now you have the choice, like you have the power to make your choice and go for the highest best. So when you're sitting in your goddess energy, the orgasm, it becomes like a wave of, it just comes. You don't even have to masturbate. You don't even have to have sex. The orgasm just come. I do yoga sometimes and I have orgasms. I'm meditating and I'm shaking and I'm having orgasms. You know why that happens? Because I have stripped my body of the layers of conditioning, all the traumas, all the garbages, all the shits that they've attached to my body. I know I still am doing a lot of work on myself, but now I'm sitting in my goddess energy. At some point I will have to reevaluate. Are we still in alignment? If there is anything shaky, maybe I've jumped a little bit down to my high priestess, but I know that I'm past queen, I'm past empress right now. I just move in between high priestess and goddess energy, and I will bring myself back to my goddess energy. So this is me imploring you, if you really want to tap into your goddess energy, you have to become your soul. Like literally become your soul. And how do you become your soul? You first have to become aware of it. Find your soul. It's there. It's not, I won't even use the word find. I won't even use the word find. Listen. I would use the word listen and open up to your soul. Let your soul do its thing. Because most of us are just relegating it and we're not listening. Come back home. Do the inner work. It takes a lot of that. Right? That is the biggest part where it starts from. Do the inner work. And if you're feeling like, oh wow, where do I start this inner work from? Like, where do I start this inner work from? So I'm going to give you one tip, which is really start with meditating. When I started my own journey, it was meditation that I started with. Like, I literally, I was having a lot of issues. I was having health, I was having family issues, I was having health issues, I was having financial issues. And it just got to that point, I had run, I tried to do, but I'm like, you know what, there's nowhere to run to. I've been doing meditation for a long time, but it was on and off. There was no consistency. And in that moment, I was like, you know what? I'm done with this whole shit. I'm just going to start meditating again. And I started meditating, and I did meditation for 3 months non-stop, like every single day, sometimes twice a day for 1 hour each. That's like 2 hours a day. Every day for 3 months. And I've never gone back since then. Every day for 3 months. I've never gone back since then. I think it's about close to 2 years now. I've never gone back. Maybe 2 years or about, let's just say close to. Yeah, it's not up to 2 years, but close to. I've never gone back since then. Like every single day meditating. Do you know what that is going to do for you? That is going to open you up to listening to yourself. You know what your voice sounds like. And bit by bit, I started peeling off all the layers of the things that are not mine. And when you start peeling the layers off, obviously you will start to see results. You will start to see results, and it will first start in your emotions, how you feel. You start feeling better than before. You start feeling more at peace, more content. That's where everything starts from. And then when that happens, every other thing starts to fall in place bit by bit. You will get other, there are times when you will feel like you don't want to do it. Those are the times that you should even stick to it and do it and make it happen, So that's one thing that I'm going to share with you. Just start meditating. You can find a guide. You can look for a guide who knows what you're doing and who can help you on the journey, because the more we have people who can guide us. I had to look for guides to help me even see deeper into my energy. The more we can have people who can guide us and who can help us through the journey, the better it is for us. The better it is for us to get to where we want to get to. So I wish you so much success in your journey to tapping into your goddess energy, and I wish you the courage and the strength to do the work that is needed on your path to get into that goddess energy. And I'll see you in my next video. Thank you for watching.